And the pot calls the kettle black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black she is everything, so black she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the pot has no words, but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says bitch I might be, says nuck if you buck, then says wipe me down. Kettle says yes my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says hell yes, but don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
So if a person looked up the data in Medscape or MGMA, he would find that a spinal surgeon are paid really well, $750,000 a year or so, and that's on average across the US. From a person within the actual field who is an attending spinal surgery, should be surgeon, are those numbers estimate accurate, or is it only represent the minority of spinal surgeons? In this video today, we're gonna dive into that. What's up everyone? My name is Dr. Antonio Webb. I'm an orthopedic spine surgeon here in San Antonio, Texas. So this whole physician salary thing is really taboo in the medical field. No one really likes to talk about their salary or how much they make. And even it's kind of personal to me, but I think it's important for those that are interested in going into the medical field, as well as those that are trying to decide which residency to choose. And although money is not everything, I do think you should pay attention to it, especially as the medical school tuition goes up. The average medical student graduates with $250,000, $300,000 in debt. You have to take your choice of career into consideration. So I'm a doctor.
300K debt. That's a lot. But I thought it was black women that went into debt all the time. Well, I guess, there you go.
Dive into this. I got this question from my Instagram account. Haven't had a chance to respond to the person who sent me this, but I think it's important to talk about. So are these numbers actually real? The numbers that you see out there about how much doctors make, they make all this money, they have these big houses, nice cars, they do really well. Is that actually true? So from someone who's been in private practice for 1 year, I just started my second year in private practice here in San Antonio, Texas. And I just wanted to let you guys know, are those numbers real? Is it really close? Are they really off on these estimates? And what can people kind of generally expect to make? Some disclaimers. I'm not an expert in this. I don't claim to be an expert. This is just my experience of being in medicine for the last number of years, as well as been in private practice for the last year. Also, there's going to be people that are going to
say, oh, I know a nephrologist who makes $3 million per year. Oh, I know a pediatrician who makes $800,000 per year.
Totally fine. I mean, everybody's salary is different depending on your practice type, what part of the country that you're located. If you're in private practice, academics, or an employed position, if you have ownership into your business, if you own your business, if you have other generating forms of income, it would vary. There are some pediatricians who make more than spine surgeons, and there are some spine surgeons who make more than dermatologists. And there are some physicians in the same group, also within the same practice, same specialty. One makes $1 million, the other one makes $250,000 a year. So it varies. But there is this Medscape article that always comes out every year that usually interviews and surveys physicians. So this one is for 2021, the Medscape article that came out. They asked over 18,000 physicians. So it's really widespread, and over 29 specialties about their income.
So let me stop it right there. So this is a man who's working towards a goal, a financial goal. He's working towards dreams. The manosphere knows nothing about him because he's not trying to get that fast dollar. He's not trying to hustle nobody. He wants to be a doctor. Even though all those men in the manosphere could be potentially have the intellect to do this, they're missing something. He isn't. Dr. Webb isn't. And I just wanted to bring him up to show you, you don't have to have a gold chain around your neck. You don't have to be talking smack. You don't have to be talking smack about men that love their women. You can just be a hardworking Black man and do your thing. Let me keep it going.
Tracy Brown's journey to the Walgreens C-suite traces back 2 decades when she faced the challenges of gestational diabetes during her pregnancy, later evolving into type 2 diabetes. These health experiences coincided with her ascent into increasingly prominent leadership positions. In 2018, Brown temporarily left the private sector to assume the role of CEO at the American Diabetes Association. However, she returned late last year, taking on the dual role of president of Walgreens Retail and its inaugural chief customer officer. Notably, Brown's leadership abilities were recognized when she was named to Forbes 2022 CEO Next List, highlighting her potential to helm major American corporations. This appointment followed key leadership at renowned companies such as Sam's Club, AMD, American Express, and P&G.
Oh, wow. Go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. We're going to keep this going, though. We're going to keep it going. I don't think I need to say anything else, quite honestly. That's Coco Gauff. But let me play a little interview I think I found right here. Yeah, there it is. Here we go.
We've got breaking news out of the U.S. Open, where Coco Gauff has won her first career Grand Slam. The 19-year-old took down 2-seed Aryna Sabalenka 3 sets to win this year's women's singles title. She is the first American to win the U.S. Open since Sloane Stephens in 2017. Gauff is on quite the hot streak, having won 18 of her last 19 matches. We welcome in former Wimbledon junior singles champion Noah Rubin. Noah, the last time Gauff and Sabalenka met was in the quarterfinals back in March, which Sabalenka won comfortably 6-4, 6-0 in the match. Gauff since then has been improving tremendously. What do you make of her defeat over Sabalenka, the favorite in this one?
I don't think we can underestimate just how tremendous this is for tennis in general and American tennis. But with this match, honestly, the tennis wasn't great to start, but for me, looking at Coco Gauff and the way she was playing, she trusted her athleticism. That's what it came down to. Sabalenka is known that, it's on her racket a lot of the times, and we saw the unforced errors, we saw the winners, and the confidence was there. But then you saw the tide turning with Coco really trusting her speed, her athleticism, digging down balls, and making it almost an ugly match for Sabalenka. And then that court became half the size. She was going for lines, knowing that Coco was going to run down every single ball. So to see that tide change and then almost change again in the third, but Coco stayed on it, and she was so confident in the end. It was a great way to serve it out.
Yeah, Gauff becomes the youngest American woman to reach the U.S. Open final since Serena Williams did it back at the age of 17 in 1999. She said she won't compare herself to her idol, that being Williams, but looking at Coco's trajectory, what does this mean to her young career?
Yeah, I think we see her and we already think that she's a 28-year-old player, because she's been on tour for, a few years at this point, but she's 19. She's so young. She has so much experience to gain, and to already have a final at the French and a title here at the US Open is just incredible. So to see that, it's not crazy to think that she can have and put together an incredible career.
That's Black excellence as well. That's Black excellence as well. And protection. She was not only protected by her parents, but the culture around her. Everyone protected her. Everyone. That is just a great story. She was out. She was a little girl when Serena Williams was playing and everything. Serena gave her some good tips. Obviously, it worked. You see what's going on, and she's just 19 is young to be winning anything in tennis. So that's a big deal. That's excellence right there for you, really, regardless of any race. But that's Black excellence for you. That's what it's looking at. Now let's look at some ways to get there. Let's look at some very boring ways to get there. Let's start with this. What jobs do the job?
Hello and welcome back. In this Black Excellence series, we will highlight the top 20 jobs for African Americans in 2023.
Yeah, this sounds really boring, but it sounds damn important, don't you think? I'm going to go ahead and play it. Here we go.
Welcome to Black Excellence. This is where we celebrate Black excellence, achievement, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
Are you looking for a career change or growth? Just in the US, at least 8 million new jobs will be added by the year 2023. If you'd like to take stock of your career and life goals, now would be a good time. Black Excellence has performed the research, and now it's time for you to decide on what skills you have that can be adapted to this new job or new industry. With disruptive technologies coming into the market on a regular basis, future relevance of certain jobs is extremely important. Use this list of Best Jobs 2023 to analyze which careers have a future and choose your path accordingly. In this Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight top 20 jobs you should consider for 2023. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, data scientist. Projected salary, $102,000. Recommended education, bachelor's degree. Data is the new gold, and the gold.
Oh, wait, you have to get a bachelor's degree, though. But instead of making 43.5, you're making 6 figures. Huh. That sounds good to me. Here we go.
Gold rush it has created in the job market is not going away anytime soon. Data science related jobs will continue to rule the roost in 2023. In fact, according to Business Insider, data scientist jobs will continue to be relevant all the way up to 2030. But there are several different roles and jobs that come under data science. So dig in and determine which one is the best fit for you. Number 2, Medical and Health Services Manager. Projected salary, $104,000. Recommended education, bachelor's degree plus license. Medical
Another bachelor's degree. I guess college might be important. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Here we go.
and health services managers are the planners, directors, and coordinators who work behind the scenes to keep hospitals, nursing homes, group practices, and other healthcare facilities running efficiently. Medical and health service managers can oversee an entire facility or a certain department within a facility. Number 3, machine learning engineer. Projected salary, $101,736. Recommended education, master's degree. According to
Okay, this one needs a master's. So these are all STEM jobs. So, Angry Man was talking about that black men didn't need to go. You don't need to go get some education, blah, 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 blah. You mentioned STEM, but, it was like he was contradicting himself, like most of these manosphere idiots do. So the bottom line is this, is that you need college. But we'll keep going. Let's see where we're going here.
LinkedIn, hiring of machine learning engineers grew by 32% between 2019 and 2020. With more and more companies investigating machine learning as a way to protect their business from future disruptions, the demand for machine learning engineers is still shooting up. And that is how machine learning engineers have earned the second spot on the list of best jobs of 2023. Number 4, nurse practitioner. Projected salary, $122,000. Recommended education, master's degree plus license. According to Business Insider,
Wow. See, another master's. So, brothers, if you really want to start making some money and not be in the 43.5, you see what you have to do.
nurse practitioners are going to be the most in-demand jobs in 2023. This is primarily because quality healthcare is one of the most valued professions in the future. The first step is to become a certified nurse and then keep adding to your skills. Number 5, marketing analyst. Projected salary, $76,000. Recommended education, bachelor's degree. Marketing analyst roles are also an offshoot of data science jobs, but as it is not a core stream profile, we have listed it separately here. A marketing analyst is expected to analyze data sets of market segments or campaigns and come up with the usable insights. As one of the top picks of the best jobs on 2023 list, it requires both scientific knowledge and business acumen. Number 6, cybersecurity. Projected salary, $104,000. Recommended education, bachelor's degree. Did you know that the global annual cost of cybercrime is estimated to be $6 trillion per year? Also,
There you go.
cybercrimes have grown by over 600% since the pandemic. So, if there were ever a time to get into network security jobs, it is now. Network security professionals are expected to keep the internal data of companies as well as their clients and partners secure. As the cost of a security breach is excessively high, this is rather a lucrative job opportunity. Number 7, project manager. Projected salary, $81,000. Recommended education, bachelor's degree plus certification. About 89,000 organizations now have at least one project management office, PMO, and 50% have more than one. This goes on to show that project managers add tremendous value to an organization by making sure that all the resources are utilized in the most efficient way. The role of a project is a mix of many aspects like people management, technical troubleshooting, leadership, and planning. The need for project managers will only grow with the new hybrid or work from anywhere models that are coming into practice post-pandemic. Number 8, human resource specialist. Projected salary, $71,000. Recommended education, certification recommended. Human resources have been an integral part of any organization starting from the late 1960s. However, this is a field that has seen major growth and transformation during the pandemic. Remote work, hybrid models, and what we call the gig economy, an increased focus on outsourcing work as short contractual gigs, have completely changed the job description of HR professionals. While their roles might have altered, the importance of their
Okay, we're not going to go through all 20 because we'd be here all night, but I want you guys to look into this. Very, very important. All the gigs are right here. I might play some more later, but I don't want it to get, slow. So let's break it down like this. Let's break it down like this. Everybody likes food.
Hello and welcome back to Black Excellist. This is episode 1 of our BE Discover Guide series, where we highlight Black-owned restaurants and establishments that help us celebrate fabulous food, flavors, and culinary ingenuity. Welcome to Black Excellist. This is where we celebrate Black excellence, achievement, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you. Using our 5-point system, our research team considers these the very best in a given city, and our hope is to give these restaurants the prestige, exposure, and honor that they deserve. For our entire list, check out the BE Discover Guide on our website that can be found in the description box below. But without further ado, let's get started. Discover the captivating flavors of Ethiopian cuisine at Demera, an uptown gem renowned for its vibrant offerings and what's arguably the most popular Ethiopian restaurants in Chicago. The menu caters to both vegetarians and omnivores, sharing native culture through cuisine. Among the delights is the delightful Yasiga Wat tender beef paired with onions and ginger in a robust berbere sauce. This hearty stew comes with turmeric-infused split peas and jalapeno-laced collard greens, served alongside the traditional injera bread that doubles as utensils. The new venture extends its allure, featuring inventive items like away's spiced wings and injera-wrapped kitfo rolls. As a trailblazer, Demera's project introduces coveted rooftop dining to Chicago's South Side, setting a precedent for future ventures and inspiring the city to embrace such amenities. Demera's well-lit corner location immerses diners in a cultural experience, with wicker seating fostering communal dining and panoramic windows inviting people watching. The second restaurant on our list is Alta Adams of Los Angeles. This is a California soul food restaurant that is dedicated to cultivating an equitable environment that celebrates inclusivity, empowering rising culinary talent, and serving delicious food that brings communities together. Delight in golden fried black-eyed pea fritters paired with a garlicky green herb sauce, followed by decadent fried chicken served juicy with spicy hot sauce and caramelized sweet potatoes. The menu showcases redefined Southern favorites.
That sounds damn good to me.
Like wood chip smoked oil-infused collard greens and brined grilled pork chops adorned with Southern chow chow relish. Alta Adams' allure extends to Black Hollywood and locals, drawn to its inviting atmosphere and reimagined classics. The charmingly lit patio offers a perfect ambience for savoring cocktails that strike the right balance between sweet and refreshing. Alta Adams encapsulates the essence of comfort, flavor, and community, inviting you to relish soul.
I don't know if that's Black excellence right there. That food, all of that food look good. All of that food looks good. Man, let me keep it going.
Dishes in a welcoming haven. The third restaurant on our list is Georgia Brown's of Washington, D.C. Indulge in timeless Southern charm at Georgia Brown's, an iconic Washington, D.C. establishment since 1993. Known for its quintessential low-country Southern cuisine, the restaurant immerses diners in flavors steeped in tradition. The menu pays homage to Southern classics, from crispy fried chicken livers with mustard soy emulsion to steaming Carolina gumbo, teeming with chicken, andouille, okra, and shrimp. From cherished classics like fried green tomatoes and purlau to legendary buttermilk fried chicken, every dish tells a story of history and soul. The culinary journey culminates in delectable red velvet cake and homemade peach cobbler, topped with irresistible buttermilk ice cream. Georgia Brown's resonates with the spirit of Southern hospitality and has hosted dignitaries and locals alike, just blocks from the White House. With live jazz on select evenings and during Sunday brunch, the atmosphere buzzes with liveliness. The captivating dining room, adorned with honey-colored walls, golden woods, and ceiling sculptures, enhances the experience. Number 4 on our list is Tatiana by Kwame Onwuachi of New York City. This culinary haven resonates with cultural fusion and delectable extravagance, a vibrant tapestry of flavors and experiences. It is a triumph that gracefully interweaves the chef's Kwame Onwuachi Bronx roots, Nigerian lineage, Top Chef acclaim, and Afro-Caribbean influences into a dynamic culinary.
Let me pause that right there. There's something I want to go through right here real quick. This one is about the BET Awards. This might be in contrast to Black Excellence. Let's find out. I haven't seen it yet. Here we go.
If you look at the performances,
Okay,
you listen
we
to
know
the
we're not talking about Black Excellence if he's in it, but let's keep going.
lyrics, stage presence, level of professionalism from the host, when they transition from the commercials, we hadn't gotten better. Get to them.
See, this is what's funny about the Black Manosphere. Why are they asking a guy who has no idea about running a show?
Motown tributes when Michael used to, we ain't gotten better. The BET with the ciphers and the ciphers is some names we know but we don't know, and
Like he had some sort of a master's in studio production or show production, right?
sounding better than just coming on the stage. We ain't got that no more.
Oh man.
So
you feel it's gonna be better under Tyler Perry once he? Oh man.
real life.
Black hip hop, anything. It just seemed real ghetto.
At this point, homie, everything that we have to offer is trash. It ain't a award ceremony that we can put on that's gonna look dignified. With some, we might can go get an NAACP or Black girl.
Why are they asking him? This is how delusional the Black Manosphere is, where on questions like this that need a more articulate touch to them, they don't. So he's on here criticizing the BET Awards when he has nowhere near the type of, he couldn't pull it off. Why are they asking somebody who's not even, I mean, there's probably people out there that have been, studio producers, I mean, not studio producers, but, show producers, that have the excellence to do this. Yeah. You're right, Darnell. Why are you playing a video for self-proclaimed? Yep. Because you should have got here earlier. You'd find out. There's a contrast piece. And definitely, everybody, let's get the likes up. But that's the thing. See, Darnell, you're asking the question of the day. The question you shouldn't be asking is, why am I playing him? The question you should be asking yourself is, why is the Black Manosphere playing him? He is a superstar in their field. He is a superstar. They're asking him about very complicated and very, what should I call it? Convoluted skill sets that he will never have. Let's keep it going.
Rock. What song we go sing? What song we go pick to sing? What women are you gonna get out to come present?
Let me stop it for a minute. Let me see if Darnell will come up, because I like to ask that question verbally. I think that's an important question. That's an important question. Let's keep it going.
How they go dress? So now, homie, at this point, homie, everything we have is trashy.
It's 50 years of hip hop though. Like it's a celebratory time. They went through like
It's hip hop. That's unfortunately, that's the case. Hi, Darnell.
Hey, how you doing, DJ Torch?
Good. So I want to ask you this. Since you're not hard red pill, but you're in the manosphere, right?
Yes, sir.
So why are they featuring this guy? What do they tell you?
My opinion, he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. But that's my opinion.
Well, I mean, they still feature him, right? I mean, this was a release. This is 3 months old.
Only place I saw him, I first found out about him on Fresh and Fit. That was the first.
So that's a good question, though. That's one of your favorite shows, right?
Yes, sir.
So how is he on one of your favorite shows?
Well, like I said, he was a wolf in sheep's clothing, in my opinion.
So you think he fooled? You think he fooled Fresh and Fit?
I think so. Yes. But that's my opinion.
Okay.
Basically, I mean, later on, he started going after Fresh and Fit after appearing on their show, and like this dude, he's not only a self-proclaimed rapist, but this dude brags about it.
Right.
Like he's happy about it. Like when I first found out about him, I thought he was a reformed, a reformed criminal.
Something, right?
Yeah, I mean, because to be honest with you, he does have charities in Dallas. He actually does in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He has a lot. He does have charities in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I thought he was reformed, but this dude ain't reformed. He's a psychopath.
Not one bit.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why they keep featuring him. I brought him up in contrast to some of the other items that we've been bringing up. I don't know how long you've seen it, but let's go back. Let's go back into what Spike Lee is talking about.
I still think there a lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoonery.
Would we say Spike Lee is in the realm of black excellence? What do you think?
Yeah, for the most part, yes. I enjoyed a lot of his films. Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever. What else did he have? I said Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever. Malcolm X. Oh man, how could I forget Malcolm X? How could I forget that?
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. Let's see what we got here.
And I know it's making a lot of money, breaking records, but we could do better.
We're talking about Tyler Perry at this point.
It's like Tyler Perry, he paints a very negative portrayal of black men. We ain't that bad. Like, Jesus Christ. I will punch that. How do you say something else?
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go.
I will punch that. How do you say something else?
Tyler Perry has earned quite a reputation for himself as his alter ego Madea, but the funny, dramatic Madea isn't loved by everyone, especially filmmaker Spike Lee. Lee is furious at Perry and has even called him an abomination.
Wow. That's deep. I'm just finding this out right now.
Why is Lee so opposed to Tyler Perry's persona? Let's jump right into it.
I know the damage that the dehumanization.
A heated battle has been going on between Spike Lee and Tyler Perry for years now, and at the center of this fight is a single character, Madea. Madea is a tough, street-smart, elderly African-American woman, a character brought to life by Perry's amazing acting and spot-on humor.
That's it. I'm calling the police. I ain't scared no popo. Call the popo. Call the popo. If I call the police, they're gonna be here in 10 minutes. Okay. Then that leave me 9 to beat the hell out of you. You think? I know Taekwondo. And I know whoop your ass.
Lee, however, has thoughts on Tyler Perry's character that many today would call outdated or even transphobic. He thinks Tyler Perry dressing up as a woman is doing no good for the Black community. He finds it emasculating and called it insulting for Black men.
A lot of stuff that's on today.
What do you guys think?
At first, I didn't like Tyler Perry's content at first. It wasn't until the movie Why Did I Get Married? I went on a date with this woman. She wanted to see Why Did I Get Married was in theaters, and she wanted to see it. I was just going to pretend to like it at first, but I actually did enjoy it. At first, I thought Tyler Perry was, anti-Black man at first. Like I thought he was a self-hating Black man, and but as I, watched Why Did I Get Married, I don't think he's self-hating at all. I ended up started to like his movies and his content after that. He also did Daddy's Girls. My opinion, Tyler Perry, he just speaks about issues within the Black community, and he just brings it into Hollywood. Still there, DJ Torch? Did we lose you?
Sorry, my bad. So do you think he puts Black men in a bad light?
At first, I thought he did, but I don't think so anymore. I just think he tells, the stories of of the Black community.
Do you think he puts Black women in a bad light?
No.
Okay. Let me keep going.
It's coonery and buffoonery. And I know it's making a lot of money, breaking records, but we could do better.
Spike Lee's argument is that Black people have finally attained some respect and position in society, and they should use their craft to benefit the Black community. Instead of making a joke out of them through their characters, influential people like Perry should be mindful of what they create, according to Lee.
We got a Black president. Are we going back to Mantan Moreland and sleep and eat?
Some people on the internet also agree with Lee. They think Perry's work is harming their own community. One person took to Twitter to share his opinions on Madea and the likes. Despite being created by widely successful contemporary Black artists, Black men donning dresses for roles, Tyler Perry's Madea allows for the mass humiliation and mass devaluation of Black women, which develops into real-life violence against Black women. People.
What do you guys think? I'm gonna need some help on this one.
I think that's kind of. I don't see how him dressing in drag, affects or causes harm or threatens Black women. I don't see that.
I think it can. Because basically the world is watching.
Okay, but the world is watching, but he's playing a character. He's playing in his movies. He's playing a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not just any woman, but a woman that's just a woman that takes no crap, right?
Right. Okay. Cyber Dreams and Strike Down Misogyny in the house. What are your thoughts on this? I'm glad you came up because this is a pretty important, pivotal part here.
I think Spike got it all wrong. He's more concerned about Black men image. Black men been in dresses. It's no difference between what he's doing. this character Medea was a sheep in wolves. It was a wolf in sheep clothing for the black woman. He made all of his money off black women, and then turn around 20 years later and tell women to settle. It's damaging. A lot of the red pill stuff, their characterization of black women came off of Medea. I wouldn't doubt it. I think that came off of her.
I agree.
I mean, no, you always, even before Medea, you always had, you know, the ghetto black woman role in a movie, or, you know, the hardcore black woman in a movie. You know what I mean?
But not as mainstream though. Not mainstream. See, the black manosphere been around what, 10 years? How long Medea been in this character? About 10 years, right?
20 years.
The time frame is too close. I say that.
It's been at least 20 years.
Okay, let's get some feedback from Strike Down Misogyny.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
So he did make a lot of his money off of black women, especially dressing up as like the grandmother of the household. And he tried to paint the narrative as this is how black women act, and you know, he tried to play the ratchet role. So some of he did try to play the ratchet role, but he paint women to be like to be desperate in a lot of situations.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, not only that, it was a one show that he really did. I really didn't like it. That one show, it came out in theaters. What's it called? Temptation. And how the woman, she caught HIV.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh my God. I really hated that movie. That was so bad.
Well, I mean, like I said in the beginning, I hated Tyler Perry films in the beginning too. It wasn't until it was another woman that I went on a date with. She wanted to go see Why Did I Get Married, you know? And, you know, that's what kind of helped open my eye. Because, I mean, other than that, I think I went to one of his plays. You know, when I was a kid, and you know, we were in the church. You know, at first Tyler Perry started out in the church.
Well, I have a question for Strike Down.
Okay.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Spike Lee? His anger towards this character, saying that it's emasculating black men. This Medea character. What's your thoughts on that?
So I kind of agree with you. They've been dressing up in dresses for a long time. Remember Martin?
Yeah. So why is Spike Lee so go hard on him saying it's about the black man? Because he a black man?
Nah, he just mad that Tyler Perry made millions.
Okay, that's what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. Tyler Perry made millions. Tyler Perry did a good job playing his role. He started off with plays, and then he started to get rotations through the black community. People started buying his plays and watching it. And then he took advantage of that, and then he made a movie. So Tyler Perry, he played his cards right. I'm not even mad at him. But, you know, for him to turn around and do a lot of black women dirty, I didn't like it. Like with the whole Monique situation with her, I really didn't like the fact that, you know, like he didn't assist her or try to help out in those cases. Like, I felt like he could have did a little bit more.
What was the Monique situation? I'm not familiar with that.
You didn't hear how she got blackballed with Netflix?
The only thing I heard, it sounded like a contract dispute, from what I remember. They didn't want to pay her.
Exactly. Why didn't they want to pay her? She did a goddamn good ass job. I understand it. She really did a good job in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, sometimes that's just how business.
That's not just how nothing.
But look at the implications, right? Medea, she's in her character. She stands up for her rights. She stands up for this. But for Monique, for her to stand up and for him not to have her back, that speaks a lot. Because his character stands up. So Monique, she's in real life standing up for what she believes in and her rights, and no one had her back.
No, they sure didn't. Tyler Perry is probably jealous because Monique probably could have played a better Medea than he did. When you think about it, right?
Yeah, I just don't understand why Spike Lee is so mad at him talking about the black man. He didn't say nothing about the black woman.
Let's play some more. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
People think it is all a ploy by the Hollywood elites to emasculate black men and take away their manhood and power. One person wrote, "As much as I admire Tyler Perry for his entrepreneurial prowess, I can't watch any of his Medea movies. I'm tired of that crap. Younger people don't realize how long Hollywood has been putting black men in dresses and blonde wigs. Enough already." Others seem to spew straight up hate toward Perry. One person wrote, "I don't like Tyler Perry, period. All he's doing is exploiting black stereotypes, and I hate when black men wear dresses." Spike Lee isn't the only one who has opined that Tyler Perry's portrayal of Medea can do harm to black people. The American radio host Charlemagne also mirrored Lee's opinions on the matter. He thinks Perry has made all black men look bad.
That's funny coming from him. But let's keep it going.
Tyler Perry, he paints a very negative portrayal of black men. We ain't that bad. Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
He thinks it might be Perry's
Mama cry. Did y'all see that? He did.
Wait, say it over again.
Oh, I said that he made little mama cry.
Exactly.
He did that. And he was asking her all these degrading questions. And then he cheated on his wife, and the nerve of him to get on here. He's like a big bully on the radio station.
Yeah, he's basically the pot calling the kettle black.
Exactly. He shouldn't be talking. He has the worst reputation.
Yeah, I don't even know why they put him in this feature, but okay.
Master plan to make all black men look bad and clear his own competition, which sounds very far-stretched.
Sometimes I wonder if Tyler Perry is like, he's on a crusade to make black men look as bad as possible so women don't want us no more. So
You think if Tyler Perry didn't make all that money, these men would have something to say? Have a gripe against him? If he didn't make all that money?
They wouldn't even care.
Yeah, I don't think they would either.
So they the ultimate haters, right? They haters. Pocket watchers.
Yeah, we've always been that way, unfortunately. I mean, look at it. I mean, think about it like this. If we were such all-in-one as far as black men are concerned, why did we develop gangs like the Crips and the Bloods going after each other, right? That wouldn't exist because really, let's face it, bottom line is those gangs were made because of jealousy of somebody else, of what somebody else was getting, even as negative as whatever, be drugs or whatever. So this is the nature that I feel we need to we need to remove from our psyche.
Well, it started out as far as the gangs are concerned, started out as a form of protection.
That's what they're telling us.
Yeah, really.
But didn't Wesley Snipes, wasn't he in the dress before Medea?
Yes, he was. Tu Wong Fu. Forgot the rest of the name, but
Joanna Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joanna Man. Yeah, that was Wesley Snipes.
No, that's somebody else. What about that guy that played in Baby Boy as his mother's boyfriend? I seen him in a dress in the movie too.
That was Bing Rings.
Yeah.
Bing Rings, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He wore a dress?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
And what is his name? The comedian from way back in the day. Flip Wilson.
So let me ask you, Torch, since you're older than all of us, has Spike Lee, have he had the same sentiment towards that behavior from the jump, or this is something new?
Quite honestly, I think he's always had this mentality.
So he just now speaking out about it?
I think it's eating him up that he really never made it as far as he thought he should have.
Okay.
Well, he was quite controversial. Spike Lee was quite controversial.
Well, if
With
his films were made today, they wouldn't be, but back then they were.
yeah, back then they really were, and I think that's what kind of.
And Bridget's asking, why is it so common though? And unfortunately, it's because it sells.
But isn't that their choice?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So why Spike Lee got so much, grief over it?
Exactly. If anything, you look at it and say, okay, I don't like this. So, but I can do something better. And then Spike Lee can just do something better. I mean, I have to admit though, remember he made the Black Klansman. That was amazing. So he does some good work, Spike Lee. He's just a different genre altogether, but still, I know what he means. Yeah, Kimberly Move says Tyler became what Spike Lee wanted to be, but never could be.
No, I mean Spike Lee and Tyler Perry, in my opinion, they had two different styles. You
Yes.
know?
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah. Tyler Perry, even though Tyler Perry did speak about real messages within the Black community, he used comedy, where Spike Lee was more drama than comedy.
Right. He might have had a kind of a humorous vibe to his drama, but overall, I agree with you. He was mostly drama.
Oh yeah.
Like I think he did a couple Denzel Washington movies after the one he did.
After Malcolm X.
Yeah. Wait, no. Okay, I forgot he did. Okay, yeah, that's right. He did Denzel with Malcolm X. That was good.
Yeah. Denzel played Malcolm X, and
Right. How much? Let me find out how much Spike Lee's worth.
I don't think it's that much, because I know he was trying to finance. He had to go to crowdfunding to try to fund his last film.
So basically, Tyler, his exaggeration of Black issues is why he's where he's at now.
Right.
That's capitalizing on Black trauma.
Pretty much. Yeah, Spike Lee, 60 million. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Now do Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, they have that pathology where they can't accept other people doing better than them.
Ooh, and I know that hurts.
That's 1 billion.
Yep.
Jeez. He 140 million off.
No, 140 million. No, he's like 940 million off.
Oh yeah, my bad.
940.
Yeah. My math didn't math. Thanks, Darnell, for the help. Thanks.
I mean, as far as financial filmmaking, we have to put Tyler Perry into the Black excellence level, but how he did it, I think we have a problem with. Would that make sense?
Yes.
Like, I mean, like I said, I had a problem with it at first, but now I really don't. You know, I really don't anymore. You know, like I said, he just tells our story. You know.
Yeah. Camo says, Kittens and Caskets says this. I think Spike is a much better writer, director, actor, etc. I think so too. for some, but the thing, and you know, the one thing that really did hinder Spike Lee through his life is that there were some things that he was asked to do he wouldn't do. He did have a level of integrity. I will give him that much. And it
Yeah.
might have cost him $940 million.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
he did. That's right.
There were some things he turned down. If you notice, he never did any vaudeville type of comedy shows like Tyler Perry did. He never reinforced. He made a point of trying not to reinforce the stereotypes that, you know, our culture has, you know, and Tyler Perry embraced that. That he literally would go in on it, you know. So yeah. Yeah, there it is. And yes, Tyler was good friends with Oprah.
Now, to say that Tyler just told our story as the black community, the community is really sick. Then, if you can say that, this community is sick.
Right.
If that's our story.
I mean, yes or no? Like, you know, let's pick some Tyler Perry movies, for example. What's one you could think of?
Not too many. Medea.
Not too many.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but basically, I was
okay. Well, what about Why Did I Get Married? How about that? Did you see that one?
I thought it was corny. I take that back. I like the one where he played a man and he fell in love with the janitor woman. I'm not sure what movie that was.
Janitor woman.
Yeah, I like that one.
I don't remember that one. I'm sorry.
I digress.
I can't remember that one. But like, Why Did I Get Married, for example? I mean, you saw in that movie, you saw professional, you know, black people. You saw Tyler Perry. I believe he played a black doctor. Yeah, he played a black doctor. His wife was a successful lawyer. You know, again, a black woman, successful lawyer. You know, one of his friends played. You know, he was a pro athlete until he got injured, but he was a pro athlete. He had another guy. I think he did real estate or something like that. He was kind of the mini villain. And then you had, I forget who Janet Jackson. I remember the character Gavin. I just can't remember what he did, you know, for a living. But Janet Jackson, and she played a therapist. She played a psychiatrist / therapist that eventually became a college professor teaching therapy. You know, but the thing was, it wasn't that, you know, these were just, you know, it wasn't like Good Times where, you know, black people are just struggling, you know. It was, you had professional black people, but there were issues. And I just think it just brought it to light. I think it brought it to the main screen.
Yeah, that's after he capitalized on the character of a black woman, the false, exaggerated character. So.
No, well, what do you mean?
He did Medea first for years before he branched off to those movies. He did Medea first. He's known for Medea. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's known for Medea.
But my favorite is Samuel L. Jackson, though. That's my dude right there.
I hear that. Let me
Samuel
play a
L.
little
Jackson.
bit more of this. Here we go.
He can have all the men himself.
Other established and successful black artists have also spoken up about how ridiculous it is that only black men get asked to dress up as women for the sake of comedy. Some think there is something much more sinister going on than what meets the eye. Dave Chappelle has given his opinions on the subject time and time again. He openly spoke about this in an interview.
When I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, why all these brothers gotta wear a dress? This happened to me.
Dave recalled a story where he was also asked to wear a dress on set for the sake of a few laughs, but Dave put his foot down and refused to be what he considered humiliated on someone else's orders.
And he put this dress on, and What? Prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that.
The comedian's takes on the subject seem to have some people online agreeing with him. One person took to Twitter to express his concerns. While everyone focused on Kyrie and Kanye, remember that the industry loves to buck break black men, put them in dresses and feminize black masculinity. Dave Chappelle said no to this and left Hollywood. They use black entertainers to push cultural degeneracy on the community. Cat Williams has also voiced his opinion on this. He spoke on it and said,
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him.
A fan pointed out how these senior black artists were always trying to warn people about what was going on in the name of harmless comedy. One person said, Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams told y'all about Hollywood's plan to put black men in dresses and feminize us. People laughed, but look at how many famous A-list black men are feminized. Nothing wrong with being feminine, but something is wrong.
I don't like
of
that,
course,
Torch.
Dave isn't the only one.
They try to blame it on Hollywood. Like, these people have a choice. I don't believe Hollywood is the reason for the degeneracy in the black community. It might play some type of a psychological role as far as planting seeds, but these people have a choice.
Yeah. I mean, yes, they do. Absolutely. But at the same time, I mean, Hollywood is very, influential. Like,
but we got to put it on the same spectrum as music. Maybe we had the debate about music. It's the same thing.
Well, I mean, I see your point. But I just wanted to say, like, in the beginning, like, in Hollywood, like I said, the only thing black people used to be able to play back in the day in Hollywood, you had to be a servant. Shout out to Hattie McDaniel, who played Mammy in Gone with the Wind. You had Amos and Andy, they had to wear that ridiculous makeup. We had exaggerated black features, the big lips and crusty looking lips. I said Amos and Andy. It wasn't until Sidney Poitier was the first serious black actor. DJ Torch, correct me if I'm wrong, but was Sidney Poitier? He was before him. There was no serious black actor.
That could be very well true. Yep.
I
mean, there might have been a black actor here and there, but as far as a black star, yeah, there was Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, there was no serious one though. Like when he played, Sidney Poitier played Mr. Tibbs.
Yep.
In Heat of the Night, that was the very first serious, black role for a black actor. That was the very first serious role where it wasn't a comedy or, we weren't a servant or something. You see what I'm saying? So Hollywood's been doing this for decades. It's nothing new.
One in the industry who was asked to do this. Others have had similar experiences. It's an open secret in the industry. One person pointed out, Dave Chappelle has gone on record as saying there's a Hollywood conspiracy to put black men into dresses. His proof, Jamie Foxx, Wesley Snipes, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Sean and Marlon Wayans, Ving Rhames, Cuba Gooding Jr., and of course Tyler Perry. I'm sure there's more. People are arguing that the so-called insistence to put black men in dresses might not be because the elites find it funny. It might be a way to humiliate and look down upon the black artists. As this person said, they love pushing femininity on black men. They always try to put black men in dresses and makeup and Hollyweird. Dave Chappelle said no to this and paid a price. I don't know why the black community eats this up. The people pushing this hate you. Another took to Twitter to urge black men to realize what was happening to them. He wrote,
you guys believe it was really the Hollywood community that was pushing this, or do you believe that it was just us trying to get that money?
I think a combination of both. I mean, think about it. Like, just like I said earlier, right? Black actors, we couldn't get those serious roles. I think the very first well, Hattie McDaniels, she's the first black person. I think Hattie McDaniels was the very first person to win an Academy Award. Very first. And she did it in a supporting role, playing in Gone with the Wind. You know, she was basically a servant, speaking, you know, jive or you know, like a slave, basically. She played a slave. So she was the very first black woman to win an Academy Award. After that, I don't think we had, I think Denzel, or was it Sidney Poitier that won an Academy Award? It was either Sidney Poitier or a couple decades later, it was Denzel Washington.
Right.
Was the second black person to win an Academy Award. And Halle Berry was the first, she was the first female in a starring role to win an Academy Award.
And that was playing a prostitute, wasn't it?
Well, yes, I think so.
So yeah, obviously Hollywood wasn't helping. Let's just say they weren't helping our reputation.
No.
Bro, don't let them put black men in dresses. They do it to shame them. They do it to make them feel inferior. And look what happened. Kevin Hart put on a dress. Dave Chappelle put on a dress. Martin Lawrence put on a dress. Terry Crews put on a dress. It's pure evil. On the other hand, Tyler Perry insists that his portrayal of Medea is only out of love for the amazing black women in his life. He has mentioned multiple times how influential certain female figures were in his work. In his defense, he's drawing from those experiences rather than creating a stereotype of black women. But Spike Lee still thinks it.
You guys think that's true?
Doesn't portray black people in a good light and is thus damaging for their overall image. The filmmaker is insistent that the criticism on Perry's work isn't anything personal.
Spike Lee, I know that you and Tyler Perry had some differences. Where are you guys?
But it's not. Here's the thing: it's not personal.
In fact, Lee thinks the whole reason why Perry's work is so well recognized is because he is a smart businessman and knows how to.
Let me kick out some shout outs in the house. Pax is in the house. Miss RV is in the house. Bridget's in the house. Kimberly Moon is in the house. We have Bridget's in the house. We have Camo in the house. Let's see who else. Of course, we have Creative on the house and on stage. Darnell in the house and on stage. Of course, Cyber Dreams is in the house. And yeah, we doing good. We doing good. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's keep it going.
Captivate the audience, which according to Lee is all the more reason to be mindful and responsible about how Perry represents black people. A lot of this is on us. You vote with your pocketbook, your wallet, your time. The man has a huge audience and he's very smart with what he's done. At the same time, for me, just imagery is troubling. Despite the criticism, Perry is extremely proud and passionate about Medea. For him, it isn't just a comedic persona for some cheap laughs. In fact, he says it is his way of honoring his people. For me, I love the movies that I've done because they are the people that I grew up with that I represent. Like my mother would take me in the projects with her on the weekends. She'd play cards with these women. Most of them didn't have a 12th grade education, but their stories and how much they loved each other and how when they'd get sad about something, another would come in and make a joke. I'm 5 years old on the floor with my Matchbox cards. I was in a master class for my life. For Perry, a criticism of this character is hurtful and uncalled for. He thinks people do it just to bring another successful black man down. Emasculating black men. I've heard it all. There's a certain part of our society, especially black people in the culture, that they look down on certain things within the culture. So when someone says, you're hearkening back to a point of our life that we don't want to talk about it or we don't want the world to see, you're dismissing the stories of millions and millions of black people. That's why I think it's been so successful, because it resonates with a lot of us who know these women and these experiences and Uncle Joe and so on and so forth. But what is important to me is that I'm honoring the people that came up and taught and made me who I am. Their stories deserve to be told too. Perry believes that this is a specific problem only to black people. Instead of lifting each other up, he thinks black men bring each other down.
It's only black people that do.
Well, what do you think? Wait, no, let me play this through.
This to each other. I've never seen Jewish people complaining about Seinfeld. I've never seen Italian people complaining about The Sopranos. It's only us as Negroes that do this to each other.
But he isn't one to sit back and take any criticism. After Lee talked about Medea allegedly emasculating black men, Perry was understandably angry and he decided not to hold back. In his interview, he blasted Spike Lee for talking about him constantly. "I'm so sick of hearing about damn Spike Lee. Spike can go straight to hell. You can print that. I am sick of him talking about me. I am sick of him saying this is that. This is a buffoon. I am sick of him. He talked about Whoopi Goldberg. He talked about Oprah. He talked about me. He talked about Clint Eastwood. Spike needs to shut the hell up." But despite Spike Lee's constant criticisms, the actor isn't fazed. In fact, he doesn't understand why he is supposed to care about Lee's opinion in the
Wait, it sounds like to me he's very phased.
first place. He talked about this in one of his interviews.
I speak from the South. People love it.
Welcome, Alexander.
Why in the hell would I sit here worried about Spike Lee?
There are other people that share Spike Lee's opinion on Perry's work. They think Perry's work reinforces some white people's negative perceptions of black people and generally paints a negative portrait of an entire race of people. But despite what his opinion on the matter may be, Lee has decided to not indulge in this constant back and forth. In fact, after Perry's insulting response where he asked Lee to shut up, Lee only had this to say.
The man's a brilliant businessman. He's doing what he does. God bless him.
Now that Lee has refused to speak badly of Perry any longer, some Medea fans think it's because of Perry's monumental success. One fan wrote, "I remember how much Spike Lee would insult Tyler Perry. He would call him names, belittle his work. Now it is this same Spike Lee who is at his studio opening praising him. Tyler even named a portion after him. Can you just imagine? The table was prepared. The table was prepared." Another
Wow, that's weird. Crazy.
wrote, "We all
Yeah.
constantly talk about black."
What do you thinking?
So I'm thinking that, I think we have a problem of not knowing how to voice our opinions. Instead of us coming together, instead Spike Lee could have been like, you made it all the way up to the top, you're doing good, you're persistently, but how about I work with you and we can make a video to uplift our people and promote some positive images?
Right.
Why couldn't he just switch it and do that instead of, coming for his neck and talking all of this about him? That's just going, and that's fueling the argument. That's making a whole bunch of commotion. It's having people fueling the fire instead of working together so we can get this money together and we can do something great together. I think that would be more powerful than arguing back and forth.
Well, we know one thing. Tyler Perry can sure as hell afford to pay Spike Lee. We know that much.
Exactly. It's not even about paying each other. It's about, us working together and honoring each other and
Right.
producing something together.
Exactly.
I mean, money is great and all, but it's what you leave behind that's what's really, that's what the people feel. That's always going to be viewed,
True.
because money
I
is
couldn't
going to
agree
come
more.
here and it's going to be gone. All right, good.
No, that's great. That's a great. You brought up an excellent point.
Men being successful. We got to do this. We got to do that, etc. But when it comes out that Tyler Perry, a black man, is building a $100 million mansion, everyone on it and all of a sudden mad that he wore dresses in his films and just hating on him. Others think that the whole fuss about black men in dresses is uncalled for and perhaps outdated. One fan pointed out how successful T. Perry became because of it. What about black men who wear dresses without being asked to? See the guy below. Also, it seems like wearing dresses certainly did wonders for Tyler Perry. It got him his own studio and made him a billionaire. T. Perry got the last laugh on that one. With all these differing opinions, it leaves one question.
See, that's the funny thing is that how focused people are on just the money itself and not the respectability of it all. Yeah, but I mean that's pretty much what we do.
I mean, yeah,
What really
but
is
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I understand your point. You know, DJ Torch is just, but at the same time, like, I mean, like some of my favorite films used to be blaxploitation films of the '70s, where black men we were all pimps, drug dealers. You know,
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, remember
or
that?
we,
I'm gonna get you, sucker. Do you
yep,
remember that movie?
yep,
Yeah, and
remember that.
Hollywood. What was it? Hollywood by the Wayans. It was Hollywood Shuffle. The Hollywood
Yep.
Shuffle.
I don't remember that. You sure it wasn't Hollywood Swingers?
No, it was actually called the Hollywood. Yeah, I think it was a Hollywood Shuffle. Let me double check. Let me go back into.
I'm not familiar with that one, but I remember Dolomite.
Yep.
Pam Grier. She played in a bunch of them. Coffee. Foxy Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sheba,
Hollywood.
Sheba
Yeah,
Baby.
Hollywood Shuffle came out in the 1987, and it actually everything they're talking about, the debate they're having is actually in this movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, about how black if anything to do with black exploitation, this is the movie to watch. This is something you should check out. I play a little taste, but these movie houses, they're aggressive. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Superfly, yep. Cyrus is Superfly.
Oh yeah, Superfly.
Let's dive into the Wayans for a minute. Let's go
Okay.
into that. They're definitely all about black excellence. So let's see what we got here. Here we go. Let me move it back here. Can't believe we got a rocket ship for a computer and high speed internet.
Being a minority in Hollywood is tough. You don't wait on Hollywood. Hollywood is a bank, and the decision makers don't get the content.
Marlon Wayans recently spilled the tea on a juicy Hollywood secret. It seems that Tinseltown might owe the Wayans siblings a jaw-dropping fortune stemming from their involvement in Scary Movie 3, 4, and 5.
We never walked away from our franchise that we created. It was taken.
According to the Gossip Mill, specifically the Numbers website, the alleged Hollywood debt tallies up to an eye-popping $155,200,000 from the third installment, an astonishing $178,710,620 from the fourth flick, and an additional $78,613,981 from the fifth movie. That's a staggering grand total of around $400 million that appears to have slipped through the cracks and never made its way into the Wayans' pockets.
We probably should sue because they probably owe us a shitload of money.
Hey, have you heard? I have never heard of any type of weird stuff with the Wayans. No type of drama whatsoever.
You know what? I think they should sue because when they came out with that whole series of Scary Movie and they was the ones who orchestrated and did it, they did a really good job. And I had to give it to them. I think my best one was Scary Movie 2. Like they did a really, really good job. And they was consistent with it. So I think they should sue and get their money. Because it's not easy making films to make people laugh and trying to reinvent, the same scenes in different movies.
But
Like,
but even I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the Wayne brothers, they are very talented.
Wait, what happened?
And maybe one day we will.
Now, you might be
Wait,
wondering.
I'm sorry. I meant to keep it paused.
Blank Man.
happened with-
Blank Man. I remember that.
Yeah, what happened with Marlon? Marlon, did he do something? What did he do?
They saying that they never got the rest of the money.
Oh, that's what. Okay, yeah, that's disappointing. I mean, and guess who hustled him? You'll find
Who?
out soon. You're gonna find
Okay.
out soon.
wondering, how on earth did this happen? Why didn't they get their hands on this mountain of cash? Well, brace yourself because I'm about to spill the beans on the perplexing details. In the heart of Hollywood's labyrinthine history, a story unfolds that intertwines the creative brilliance of Marlon Wayans and his brothers with the towering presence of the Weinstein brothers. At the episode,
Some pedos. At least one.
center of this tale lies a staggering sum, $400 million, a symbolic figure that encapsulates both ambition and deception. You see, the Wayans family, often likened to the Jacksons of the comedy world, have produced a slew of memorable and cult classic films over the years. However, among their comedic creations, none quite hit the comedic sweet spot like Scary Movie 1 and 2. The Scary Movie franchise, notably the
Living Color was off the chain.
Yes, it was.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I love that was a damn good movie. I mean, I had to use one of the clips in my latest video. Where what did I do with that clip? Do I have it here? Yep, here we go.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
first two installments fundamentally reshape the horror comedy genre. Rather than merely blending scares with humor, these films took a bold approach by wholeheartedly embracing the art of mockery and unceasingly cracking jokes.
Where am I?
You're behind the couch.
The writing was refreshingly innovative, injecting a breath of fresh air into the realm of spoof films. It was cheeky, irreverent, and side-splittingly hilarious, with no pretense of being polite or politically correct, a factor that resonated deeply with audiences. In its early days, Scary Movie was a family affair, directed by Keenen Ivory Wayans and starring the Wayans brothers Marlon and Sean, who also co-wrote the films. It was a collaborative effort that brought forth these comedic gems. According to a 2000 Jet magazine article, Marlon Wayans candidly shared the genesis of the hit movie franchise Scary Movie, offering a glimpse into the creative process that led to its inception. Marlon and Sean Wayans, known for their comedic prowess, revealed that the idea for the movie was born during a rather unconventional movie watching session. As Marlon Wayans recalled, "I think we were watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, and we said, I know what I'm going to do next summer. I'm going to make fun of all these damn movies. I'm so tired of seeing them. I watched Scream till I wanted to scream. I've seen I Know What You Did Last Summer so much that I wanted to become a murderer and anybody who ever made one of these movies." Their frustration with the overabundance of slasher and horror movies in the late 90s served as the catalyst for a satirical masterpiece. The Wayans brothers found the genre to be ripe for parody due to its often absurd and formulaic elements. Marlon?
I guess it pretty much was. I mean, the sad part is that they should almost have Tyler Perry money by now. Let's see how much the Wayans have so far. I think it's quite a bit. Let me see what here. Wayans. Oh, it's not a whole lot. 40 million. There should be at least another zero behind there. Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the entertainment industry can be quite dirty. I mean, you remember MC Hammer?
Sure do.
To this day, MC Hammer, I think he has an album still, a rap album that is still within the top 10. And, he still filed for bankruptcy. TLC was another group.
Yeah.
They had to file. I mean, granted, Pebbles was stealing. Well, according to TLC, Pebbles was stealing their money. Their manager was stealing their money, but they had to file for bankruptcy too. I mean, the entertainment industry it's cutthroat.
It definitely is.
Marlon Wayans explained, "We just found these slasher movies to be kind of ridiculous, and I thought it would be funny to do a parody, but it was one of the hardest movies to write. It looks like a silly slapstick film, but it was not an easy movie to execute." The interview with Jet Magazine also shed light on the arduous journey the script took.
So anyway, I'm going to stop this right here. But But it just shows you how hard you have to work to make something happen. And yeah, the Weinstein Company, unfortunately, they better hurry up and get their money because, who with all the restitution going to all the Me Too women, there might not be nothing left. They better hurry up and get their money. They better get their lawsuit in before it's too late. That's how I see it. But yeah, I just wanted to kick this in today. I know this was the second video, so I don't want to wear out everybody's evening. But I am going to do more of this Black Excellence. The Black Excellence will also include Black awareness, like I was playing earlier. And it actually was something that was inspired by Kim Lee Moon, who asked us to focus on, things to get our culture more financially stable and Black, and especially with Black women being more financially independent. That's why we're going to play the rest later on of the top 20 paying jobs. I think that's really important. Why? This will give younger people, more so younger people, something to look forward to. And I think that's very important. The rise of Black billion banks. I got that coming up on another one there. I threw some inspirational stuff in, like Coco Gauff, 19-year-old youngest woman to, not Black woman, youngest woman to ever win, the US Open. I thought that was amazing. Here I go saying, top Black restaurants in the United States. They only have 10 here, but I'm hoping to see 10,000 because we should have 10,000 top Black, cuisine locations in the United States. Oh, I did want to play this, though. I need to play this right here. This is very important. This is contrast. Here we go again. I'm going with contrast. Here we go.
Now, if you would have asked me back in 2006 what was for your car, my car was a Camaro. Probably because I could afford it at the time.
Hey, lady in the house. It's good seeing you, hey, lady. Let's keep it going.
But I couldn't afford it anyway. But probably because of Transformers movie. But this is probably my favorite looking. A lot of people don't like this fascia. Either you love it or you hate it. There's no in between with this one. There's a 2019 Camaro SS. This thing is a beauty. I love it. We're going to get to those in a few.
All right, that was Bill Omar Carrasquillo, who's also known as Ami in a Hellcat, a popular YouTuber who had almost 1 million subscribers, showing off his fancy jewelry and his luxury car collections in a spacious home. Apparently, that is something people like to watch on YouTube. I will never understand just ogling someone else's wealth in that fashion. But I guess MTV Cribs existed, so I guess people do like to see that. But why are we talking about him? It's because he's facing the consequences of his own actions. Now, the collection of cars that Ami touted on social media is now being sold off by US Marshals after the YouTuber was sent to prison for 5.5 years, which I think is extreme and way too much. And we'll talk in a minute.
Yeah, he was sent for 5.5 years because they wanted to make a statement that because these bigger companies, you mess with them, they do not play. They do not want any part of it. He messed with the wrong white folk. Let's just put it that way.
Minute why I believe that. But he was sent to prison for being involved in a copyright infringement scheme. And we'll get into them selling off the cars, but more on his scheme first. Not so that you can copy what he did, but just so that you can understand what happened. From the US Attorney's Office, Bill Omar Carrasquillo, 36 years old, of Swedesboro, New Jersey, was sentenced to 66 months imprisonment, 5 years of supervised release, more than $30 million in forfeiture, and more than $15 million in restitution for crimes arising from a wide-ranging copyright infringement scheme. that involved piracy of cable TV, access device fraud, wire fraud, money laundering, and hundreds of thousands of dollars of copyright infringement. It continues on from about March 2016 until at least November 2019.
I understand we struggle sometimes, but reaching Black excellence, going on the hustle, he literally stole basically content from some of the biggest companies in the United States. And it worked for a while, but not anymore. He's everything that he had, everything that he took is now GONE. Let's just put it that way. But I'm going to go one more. I want to finish this on a positive note. And guess who I'm going to bring up? Jodie Turner-Smith.
Our next guest first lit up the screens in the hit movie Queen and Slim, and now she's starring in a new film, The Independent. Take a look. Please welcome Jodie Turner-Smith. Don't y'all see this woman? Wow. Okay. I love you. I'm such a fan. When I saw Queen and Slim, girl, I had to go find them boots. I tried to have your hairstyle, everything. Like you're out here setting trends. Do you not see that?
I mean, she is super duper gorgeous. I still can't figure out why the Manosphere is going in on her, but I mean, basically, I don't know about you, but I mean, this is Black excellence right here.
Yeah. I got about 3 pair of those boots backstage right now because of you. I have to say that.
Listen, Beyonce wore them. Okay, she came to the after party and she put the boots on. And look, I never saw Beyonce at the after party. She wasn't there when I was there. Obviously, she was like, "Hi, I'm here, bye." Wow. But I saw a photo of her with the boots on, and I was like, "Oh my God, Beyonce's in the movie."
You see what you inspired?
You saw my movie.
Oh my goodness.
I just have to say, number one, I'm so excited to be here. Number two, my mother is very jealous that she wasn't able to come tonight.
Aw.
Okay, so my mom lives with me, multi-generational family, and she's in Jamaica because it's her birthday on the 10th.
Birthday.
Yes.
Happy
you know,
birthday, Mom.
See, yes, can you be? I was wondering if you could say happy birthday to my
What's your
mom
mama
for
name?
me. Okay, everybody calls her Miss Dawn.
Miss Dunn.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Miss Dunn. Happy birthday, Miss Dunn from Jennifer. Happy birthday, Miss Dunn. J Hud loves you. Oh my God.
I love J Hud too. I don't know about you, but I love J Hud too. She has such a story. She has such a beautiful voice.
I love that. I hope I get to meet her.
She's gonna cry. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Thank you for doing
That is so sweet. Okay, so you're known for your fashion and the way you set trends on the red carpets and things like that. Like, are you aware of that?
You know what? I don't.
Where do you get your sense of style from?
You know what? My whole objective all the time is to just have a lot of fun. And I feel like my stylist and I, Wayman and Micah, shout out Wayman and Micah, you're amazing. We're in the pocket. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, they know, we talk about what I want. I'm a Virgo. Like,
You're a Virgo too?
Yeah.
What's your birthday?
September 7th.
I'm September 12th. Well, we Virgo. Look at that. I did not know that.
So, you know, it's like, we have to be very involved and controlling about it all.
Yeah.
I'm constantly sending them pictures, but honestly, for me, it's really about like having fun and like, I don't know. I get to going to things like when I get to go to movie premieres and stuff, it's like combining two of my favorite things, films and getting dressed up.
Films and getting dressed up. Okay, tell us about your film, The Independent.
Wait, let me pause. Was J Hud dating one of the Wayans? Let's see. Let me see what comes up. Was it Marlon? Well, let's check this out.
There is so much I could say about him. He's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a writer. He comes from one of the most talented families in Hollywood. He also played my husband in the movie Respect, and he is one of my absolute favorite people that I still know to this day. Y'all give it up for my fam, Mr. Marlon Wayans. Y'all gotta understand, I would not
Let me
be
pause that because I didn't vet this clip to see whether it's cool. But there, let's see. Let me go back here. Who was Jennifer Hudson's best friend? Walter Williams, whoever, a childhood friend. Okay. Let me go. Who is Jennifer Hudson dating?
According to Creative Solutions, it was Marlon.
Common? Oh no. She's doomed.
Oh.
Common is Common. Oh, she did date Marlon. Okay. I think she should have stayed there, but okay. Because Common kind of likes to bounce around a little bit. I think he's been working on himself, but I don't think he's there yet. So let's go back to here.
Yes. Oh my God, the fact that I even got to work with Brian Cox, who I'm such a big fan of, who's such a talented actor. The Independent is a political thriller. It's about an investigative journalist played by me, who, and Brian plays my mentor in the movie, and we uncovered.
Yes, Bridget, it is Common. She is dating at the moment. Benji Masu in the house. Alexander Brandon's here. Kimberly Moon is here. In the clouds, we have a lady, Creative Solutions. Everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for spending the time this evening with me. I appreciate it. Let me keep it going.
But this conspiracy that one of the candidates for the presidency of the United States of America is involved in. And so it's this really fun, like, cat and mouse game of trying to, first of all, uncover like this mystery of what's actually going on. And then it's also a story about speaking truth to power, no matter what direction that takes you in, which I think is so relevant right now, where, it's facts are in question, you know what I mean? And
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That is amazing. What you doing?
Bridget, knowing Common, he probably does. Bridget says this, I'm getting mixed up. I thought Common had a baby on the way for someone else. And well, Common him and who's the other woman? Shoot, can't believe I forgot her name. The one who wants to do the homeless man dating thing. Shoot, I forgot. But anyway, let me keep it going.
Just like a Virgo. The Independent is streaming now on Peacock. We'll be right back, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell so you
Okay, I'm going to watch The Independent. So just because they played this, just because all those guys out there try to diss her, I think back and I don't hear, she never said anything evil or mean about Black men. So I find it almost revolting, the fact that they went in on her when somebody that they defended, who was Terrell Owens, was only married for 3 days, yet they wanted to shame her for only being married for 4 years. And it's weird me saying only when it's compared to 3 days. That's how I see it. But let's find some real Black love. I found this and I dug this up. Let's hear this.
Oh my goodness, Dave is engaged. This is so big. Dave is one of the most popular guests to ever be on my Singles Live show. Dave's first appearance was in 2001, and I gotta be honest, he got a lot of flack from the ladies when he gave out his requirements. He wanted a woman younger. She had to have edges. She had to have her eyebrows, and he found her. Let's watch the engagement.
She wants to give you a meal for a day, but you want to give her a meal for life.
You're making the ice cream? Yeah. See if I can watch the show.
It's so quick. They make such a big deal of it, Baskin Robbins. I mean, come on.
Right.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that ain't cheap ice cream. So he took her to a very nice dinner. I can tell you that's worth more than a couple $100 or so. The ice cream, you know. Yeah, 4 years is average. Yep. Bridget is exactly right.
Shoot, I can make that ice cream for you for like $20.
So what is that? Just part of the show. I always expect like a hand to come out of the company. Right.
Wow.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just part of the show. Okay.
I need you to watch the show. Hold this phone.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I mean, she's not fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive. She, you know, Kevin would have mocked her for being, you know, a big Shirley. He sure would have. He sure would have. But this man said, "Look, I love this woman."
Come on in. Get on in.
Oh, I got you.
We've been together 8 months. I asked for you. I prayed for you. You are the love of my life. And I want to know, will you marry me? That's what I asked. Yes? Here, baby.
She won't be there on the weekend.
Oh, that's so cool.
I didn't know how else to do it.
Well, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Is he giving himself an applause? That's kind of weird, but okay.
Let me see your hand.
Wow. That's
Baby,
quite
you
a
okay?
ring.
No. Let me see your hand. That's
Uh,
Let me see your hand. Look at it. You like it?
It's beautiful.